What do you got for Gregg there, Brockman?
Did you see this thread that Ralph Vacchiano had about Giants practice today, Gregg? Like, what is going on over there? And, like, Joe Judge just makes these guys run sprints like he's Herb Brooks. Like, I've never seen anything like it.
I am amazed by it, that he made them run sprints after an all-out
After
brawl.
a fight on the field.
And not just a fight, because, those happen at almost all training camps. Some coaches have it pretty locked down where you really aren't allowed to do it. But that happens. But this one supposedly had like 20 people in it, and Daniel Jones, your quarterback, is at the bottom. And then, you're punishing them by running around the field. Like, it's a fine line whether you're going to keep your players engaged with that kind of attitude with Joe Judge. And it looks like a team, when that does happen, that he doesn't have a total amount of control, and that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, but Gregg, you've been someone who's covering the NFL for a long time. I would imagine it's just going to blow over in the New York media. No?
I know. We got nothing to do. It's early August. People are hungry. Like, fans, reporters, we haven't been at training camp in this sort of way now for 2 years, so we're loving it. Usually, I like the fights when the teams practice with each other, though. That's always, like, Chargers, Saints, they practice every year. If you show up on the first day, you have a guaranteed couple fights if you go there for free.
Yeah, but Jason Garrett, someone had a photo of him, and he had a T-shirt in the Giants font that said "fight." It was like he was expecting it.
It's mixed messages. Maybe it's that offense is frustrated because from what I've heard, and granted, it's the first week, no one's tackling or anything, that offense isn't working right now. The defense is dominating every day. That happens early in training camp a lot, but this is an offense, I think, under Garrett that has a lot of pressure on it. They added a lot of pieces. Kenny Golladay went out of practice with an injury today. We'll see if that's serious. But Daniel Jones, all those weapons, and you have Garrett, which, I'm sure the Cowboys fan there is like, I don't know if he's the guy to like come up with a lot of creative stuff when you have all these different pieces on the perimeter that the Giants have.
Gregg Rosenthal joins the show, NFL Network Around the League podcast.
Yeah, Gregg, what can we expect out of Jameis? Is he really going to be the guy down there for New Orleans? And will they even beat the Bucs? I mean, come on.
I saw Michael Thomas is going to be out for a while, and they have a great offensive line. They have Kamara, and they have Latavius Murray. And I thought, like, is Sean Payton going to be tempted here to start Taysom Hill? He loves him. He's paying him, run the ball a lot and rely on their defense. I think that's a possibility. But when you look at Jameis Winston, I try not to put too much in, like, he's in the best shape of his life stuff, but he looks like a different person. I mean, he had to have lost 30 or 40 pounds from his peak. I don't know if that's going to make him a better player, but he's certainly got the arm. He's got the coach now. He's got the production. This guy's, put up 7,000 yards or way more than that in his career, 7.8 yards per attempt. They got to give him a chance, I think, because the upside is so much higher than you would have with Taysom Hill. But I don't know if it'll be week one.
Yesterday, Gregg, it was just kind of understood and decided that Nick Foles is going to go replace Carson Wentz again, this time in Indianapolis. Hasn't happened just yet, but do you see that happening, and is that the best path forward for the Colts now that Carson's on the shelf for a while?
I don't see it happening. I think they're going to see how Wentz recovers. They're in no hurry whatsoever, and that if they did make a move for a veteran, it might not be Foles. I really think they will be cognizant of Wentz's feelings and inviting that whole trauma back into the Colts. Like, I think they're more likely to look at a guy if they really need to, because Wentz isn't 100% like a Jacoby Brissett who they've had before in Miami, or maybe they call up the Raiders and see what it would take to get Mariota. But it's a mess because their offensive line right now is banged up. Carson Wentz, to me, is not an attractive starting quarterback unless he has his athleticism. He's got troubles when he's 100% healthy. And I think they've certainly won the award for kind of the worst week one of training camp. And I don't think Foles is going there. He pitched himself to go there, but he's got guaranteed money into next year, and I don't think the Colts necessarily want to pay that.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.